the spaceship. Out of space, out of world, out of galaxy with a different girl. Silicone, a TPE, it really don't matter which one it be. My mind keep visualizing future times, beautiful android girls surrounding me. Filling my cup, full of joy, keep my life full of glee. Plenty ups, never down, the way that life's supposed to be. But unfortunately, if she a Terminator, then I'ma have to terminate her. Gotta get rid of negative vibes, gotta go through negative foes, gotta block out negative voices, gotta get rid of negative souls. Had some people get discorded, just ignored it. Destiny is more important, so I just had to abort it. Had some people get discorded, just ignored it. Destiny is more important, so I just had to abort it. Yeah. Find me with my dogs in my solitude. Watch my family grow from 4 into a multitude. Been living it below sea level, finna rise to another altitude. Been searching, seeking knowledge, but all the time I had the aptitude. I flipped my mindset to the switch to say I will not lose. Mama said them sticks and stones won't break my bones, I never bruise. Whenever it come to trouble, man, the girls pull a tongue, we always cruise. I heard other dog owners get it out for me, but it ain't no news. I got 4 in the dough in Memphis so they can get the blues. If you need a few clues, they'll blow off your under rules. Send your compliment to the new girls I got coming through. Send your compliments to the new girls I got coming through. Out of space, out of world, out of galaxy with a different girl. Silicone, a TPE, it really don't matter which one it be. My mind keep visualizing future times, beautiful android girls surrounding me. Filling my cup, full of joy, keep my life full of glee. Plenty ups, never down, the way that life's supposed to be. But unfortunately, if she a Terminator, then I'ma have to terminate her. Gotta get rid of negative vibes, gotta go through negative foes, gotta block out negative voices, gotta get rid of negative souls. Out of space, out of world, out of galaxy with a different girl. Out of space, out of world, out of galaxy with a different girl. Out of space, out of world, out of galaxy with a different girl. Silicone, a TPE, it really don't matter which one it be. Yeah. What up? It's your boy, Jada King Hefner, and the beautiful Saima Renee Uzumaki. And right by her side, in the background, we got the beautiful Himawa Ray. I just have not been able to put that lady up. She's been sleeping right next to me in the bed, and Saima has been keeping me company while I've been watching TV. Hello, how are you doing? Glad to have you here, wherever you may be, whatever part of the world you are in, whatever time zone you in, morning, afternoon, or night. We appreciate you being here. We energized, we pumped up, baby. We ready for this holiday season. And as you can see, the title of this show is Turkey Time. It ain't nothing like good old turkey time. And all that is self-explanatory. Happy Thanksgiving. You know, the holidays is fastly approaching. So, hey, guess what? It's time for us to get our power hour in, get energized. Look, hey, work out today. You know, get up, get moving, get energized. Make you some room for that turkey, that ham, that dressing, whatever you're going to be eating. Because we already know all of y'all going to be eating real good out there, you know. So, God bless you. We love to say that, you know, to top the stream of God bless you in your life, whatever you're hoping for, wishing for, health, finances, promotion, relationships. We pray that you already have it. We just ask you to be in good spirits, accept it, believe it, then receive it. Yeah. So like I say, that's the whole thing behind the title, of course, is really self-explanatory, just celebrating this holiday season. And happy to be with you guys today. So with all that said, I got one comment here, and it's my guy Power Brain. He won today. Power Brain says Kyrie Irving's team whooped the Grizzlies. Oh yeah, they surely did. It really wasn't that bad though. And you see, I got my Grizzlies stuff up in the background. That's probably why you said that. But yeah, it really wasn't that bad. We had just to get off subject for a second. because Power Brain bringing up basketball to Memphis Grizzlies. But yeah, we played the New Jersey Nets the other day, but we didn't have three of our best players playing, and they barely won. So I think we did pretty good, even though they pulled out the victory. And they got whooped tonight by Philly, and we actually got beat again by Sacramento. And we actually got Ja back. Ja actually came back, and we still lost, but it was a good game. But I got to congratulate Power Brain because he's the winner today. Power Brain, congratulations, bro, on your first victory. I don't know, let me check. Maybe you won before Power Brain. But Power Brain won the contest because anybody that gets here in my stream first on the Dog King Power Hour, I write their name down in the book. And I say one day I'm going to be able to give away a free doll or something to my viewers. And so I got this little contest, and one day when God blesses me with the means, which I'm praying it'll be sooner than later, I'll be able to, start sort of trying to give back to my viewers in some way. And this contest is one of the ways I want to do it. And let's see. Yeah, this is your first victory, Power Brain. Congrats, brother. Power Brain in the books. And so I got a lot of people with a lot of wins, some people with just a few wins. So of course I'm gonna put all the names in a little lottery or whatever, and pull from it and see who's gonna win. So Power Brain says my second. Well, according to my books, this is your first, Power Brain. According to my books, it's your first. Yeah. I'll put a stop by to see if I can go back and check it to make sure. I mean, worst coming to worst, even if I do give you another check, it ain't gonna kill the soup. So I may just give it to you, Power Brain. But with all that said, yeah, man, we got a great show, great lineup. We're gonna run down all these videos, run down the comments, and we're gonna get you on your merry way today. Man, I got a lot of good shows coming up, but by being the holidays, I'm not gonna try to stuff a lot of stuff down your throat. Yesterday, I did a great little show. It might have been small, but some of you don't realize how important it is. Because, like I say, Black Friday season, which I really probably should have shaped it a little bit better, but I did a pretty good job. I was just saying how Black Friday season starts the day after Thanksgiving. And for companion dog owners, sometimes it can go 2 or 3 weeks after Thanksgiving as far as the vendors and the sales and things like that they can offer. So I get to that more when I get to that video, but that was a short and sweet video, but it carries a lot of weight. That doesn't mean, like I said in the video, that doesn't mean go out and rush and get a dog. But if you've been planning and stuff like this is the season that, one of the seasons that you definitely should be planning around if you're talking about spending some money, because you're going to save a lot with all the vendors and the manufacturers right around this time. And like I said, I should have said that it started this week, because really all the sales started here Monday, honestly. And like I said, some people are going to shut down soon after Black Friday, just depending on who they are. But I know a lot of companies, man, they're going to extend Black Friday out a week or two. So just be prepared. If you're not getting a dollar this year, just remember that for next year. So let's see. Power Brain says, okay, no worry about Power Brain. Like I say, even when I put you on there, it ain't like it's gonna kill the numbers. And I know you're a great guy. It ain't like you got a reason to try to pull one over on me. So okay, let's proceed, guys. We're not gonna play around because I got a great show coming up tomorrow. Actually, it's another live stream I think I'm gonna do, even though it's going to be early morning Thanksgiving, but it's going to be one worth seeing, I tell you that. So I'm going to drop that show. There's going to be a live tomorrow. And, of course, we're going to close the week out probably with a video. But with all this said, let's get to the comments on my videos. And if you're new here to the show, every Wednesday on the Dog King Power Hour, I usually go back over all my comments. And because I don't always get a chance to just give a full answer sometimes. It's just, with the busy day and all that, sometimes y'all just don't get a chance to answer a full answer. So I use the Dog King Power Hour to go back and look over all the questions that was asked and expound on my answers if need be. So that's really what the Dog King Power Hour is all about. And every week it seems like I run across a question I didn't see, or something that slipped through the cracks, or something like that. So it's a great show to have. And if you've dropped comments and stuff like that, it's a cool show for you to come in and check out and see, okay, did Jay answer my question in a more thorough manner? So my first question comes from or my first comment comes on my video called "Don't Stop the Love." I did that I think a couple of weeks ago or so, a little over a week ago. And that show all was about, hey, sometimes when you get in this dog game, you're going to tell family and friends that you got a dog, and hey, some people are not going to accept it. They're going to be, looking at you like you crazy or whatever. But I say, hey, even when they don't accept it, there's no excuse for you to stop loving them and things of that nature. I say, keep loving them. I say, they just don't understand what the dog game is. And, when you love something, you always want somebody else to love it. But that's not always the case. And I was just like, it's family members that thought I was just a straight lunatic, and some that still think I'm crazy. But it's so funny because I don't hear about that crap no more. You know why? Because they've gone about their life. They don't, they're not thinking about my life 24/7 like that. When they see me, they still love me and say hey and stuff. I don't hear those whispers or anything. Even if they think it, is no problem anymore. So that's why I was saying, hey, don't get caught up into it. Forgive them, still love them. You know what? Even if they never understand, still love them. Don't worry about it. It's not worth it. And my guy Vince Kissinger, he dropped a comment and said, "Hey, what did he say? He said, good video, bro." So I wanted to say thank you to Vince. Appreciate you, brother. Then my guy Mr. Sammy came in and said, let me see something. Put this a little close to. He said, Mr. Sammy come in and said, "Hey, bro, I really like your personality." Oh no, that's my bad. That's I only had one comment on that. Only one comment. That was comment. So now I'm going on to my other video called Flip the Switch. Appreciate you, Vinci. We're going to flip the switch now. And what was on this video? Let's see. Oh, flip the switch. That was a great little live stream. I talked about a lot of stuff on that. That was a power hour once again, where I was going through all the comments and all that stuff. But on Flip the Switch, it was a sort of a brief message, just like today with Turkey Time, when I was saying, hey, it's Thanksgiving today. We'll flip the switch. I was saying my monetization got paused on my channel for a while. It was just some unknown problems. I didn't have anything to do with it, but there was just some problems going on with my channel. And they got resolved, so my monetization came back. Well, when I resumed doing my live streams and things of that nature, I noticed I never got any more. I wasn't getting any donations, which is fine. I understand that everybody's not going to donate all the time, but it was just sort of strange because I know, some of my great supporters out there, they would, sometimes give me a super chat or a super sticker, which you can do that anytime I'm live. But I didn't think about it because, like I said, I'm doing this because I love to do this, even though I need the support. But my mom brought it up to me one day. She was like, "Man, is your she said, I tried to donate and I couldn't." I was like, "Man, what's going on?" I said, maybe since my monetization just came back, it just didn't turn back on yet. And I forgot it was a actual button that I had to hit to turn it back on. So I was like literally operating like 3 weeks at half of my channel's capabilities. And so that's what I was like, man, I flipped the switch to where people can actually support me again and keep the show going. So like I say, this option is on now. So you can always donate if you choose to by doing a super chat or super sticker, doing a live stream, super thanks on the individual video. And it's other ways to donate too. You can go to my about section on YouTube. You can donate on PayPal or Cash App, which many people have done before. And you can do, I have a link called Biking for Companion Dogs. It's still active. I never reached my goal. I'm going to leave it open, honestly, for the foreseeable future. So that's another way you can donate. You can click that. It's in every description of every video. And since I'm already running everything up, I just say, if you ever want a companion dog, remember I said this is a great time to buy one as far as time of year. I have several vendor links in the descriptions of my videos. But with all that said, let's get to the next video, which is Flip the Switch. And I only had one comment, and it was my good friend DAS. Shout out to all my Dark King Armor team members. That's all my regular viewers that have actually committed to being on my Dark King Army team, on my team, my YouTube channel team. I do plan on getting a Patreon soon, but that'll probably be for next year. But DAS says, thanks for the stream, JDKH. Glad you flipped the switch for the paper. He said he hit up my PayPal, be easy. I just want to send a big time shout out to him. I told him I definitely forgot to flip it on. But forward we go. When I said that, I just meant, hey, guess what? I forgot to turn it on, but I can't look back, worried about, what support I might have lost or whatever. I can't worry about it. Just like I tell you got to keep going forward. But then I said, thanks for all you do. And I'm just going to stop on DAS. I got a lot of great supporters, but DAS is at the top of the heap as far as, man, he's he's not on a Dark King Army team member, somebody who supports the show on a monthly basis, but man, he does a lot of donating and everything, and tuning in and commenting, and he's an all-around contributor to the show. I thank him and thank every one of you out there that's doing similar things, watching the videos, hitting the like button, subscribing, telling people about it, sending a donation, all of that allows me to keep going every day. And it's going to allow me to keep going every day into the future. So thank you again, DAS. Yep. So that was that show. Next, I had a very cool show. I had my guy Matt McMullen and Real Doll Robotics. It's crazy, man. I'm gonna be having a lot of Real Doll shows coming up. But I have another show I think I'm going to have to do with Matt. Just it's a couple of videos that I found. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna probably have to talk about a couple of things that he's said that are key. You saw a preview of one of them the other day, one of the videos I'm going to show. But in this video, I was just talking about the mindset Matt was going through when he was actually coming up with the AI and robotics for the dolls he has at Real Doll, and just examining his mindset because I had recently done a show called USA versus China, where I was like, China, in my opinion, is blowing the United States out of the water as far as leading in AI technology when it comes to robots for the consumer, not no military type robots. I say, to me, China is leading in that department as far as making humanoid AI robots. But I say, Matt, he's damn near our only hope right now as far as AI and companion dolls in America. We have all this AI technology and robotics in America, but it's all geared towards either war or industrial use. So Matt is actually, doing it for the consumer to use as a companion. So I took a look at him doing this video. And let's see what happened on here. And I see some comments. I'm coming to those shortly. Let me see what happened right quick. And once again, my guy DAS was the only one that commented, but he had a great comment. He said, first, much respect to Matt McMullen, but half of my roster kills his best creation. He says XY Carlo, Zelex, Starpry, Gynoid, Sino, and Silicone Iron Tape line, just to name a few. His dolls can't stand. What? He said very subpar faces. Only a few are good. I like Harmony and Solana though. Well, I'm just gonna stop right there. I definitely understand where he's going with it. I slightly disagree with him and other people that say that, but I understand where they're going. He's saying it because he's not telling the lie as far as I'm not going to say that XY Colo, Zelex, Starpry, Gynoid, Sino, and Silicone Iron Tech kill the Real Doll. Because once again, like I told you, I don't want to say that out of ignorance, meaning that I've never had a Real Doll, and they do cost that much money for a reason. So I'm assuming once I get one, I feel the super duper quality. Maybe it'll just be some type of quality that blows my mind, and I understand the Hollywood type of details that go into these dolls, and You know, I do believe that I don't believe though, I understand what Diaz is. He's basically saying aesthetically, those dolls, in his opinion, look better. And I've said it before that Real Doll does not have the best face choices. I will say that. So he can say something like that, and it can pretty much be justified as far as the face, being able to say, wait a minute, my dolls look prettier. Then he can also say, like he say, my dolls can stand, theirs can't. But at the same time, like I say, it's a reason they cost that much. But I agree with him. For me, from a standpoint of, I feel like they should be standing by now. So I'm with DAS on that. I'm just saying I'm not as strong as him on saying that those brands blow Real Doll out the water. I'd be interested to see how I feel once I get a Real Doll. But he's right. The faces can use a little improvement. But it's funny that he said, I like Harmony and Solana though. I like Harmony. She's okay. But she's not my favorite. But she's okay. But I love Solana. I'm not scared to say that because even if I get a Real Doll, I don't really plan on, I don't know. I'm not gonna say I wouldn't want Solana because I love Solana, but I don't really plan on, I don't see her getting in my lineup anytime soon. But I love her a lot more than Harmony. I say that. I like Solana. So it's funny that he like two of the girls I like, but I really like Solana. He said, even though you touched on it, he admitted he didn't go all the way on realism in his interviews. The uncanny valley shame. What he's talking about on that is, he's right. That's what I didn't like about what Matt said in that live stream. Is Matt was like, man, he doesn't take his dolls to the hyper realism that they can go to because he doesn't want it to go to the uncanny valley. And the uncanny valley, I don't know whether it was a movie about this or not. I don't know really what, but I know it's a philosophy more than anything. I think from some guy, I can look it up again, but I think it was a guy in Asia. I can't think of Japanese or Chinese. I can't think of which one it was, but I mean, off the top of my head. But the uncanny valley is basically when somebody makes like a doll or a figure or something appear to be human, and a human walks up to it believing it's human. But once the human realizes that that doll or sculpture isn't a human, then the human gets thrown off, and doesn't like it because, the human thought it was a human, but it turned out not to be a human. So in Matt McCullough's case, he's like, man, I'm not going to make my dolls to look too much like a human because it can freak somebody out. And I was upset about that statement because I'm like, no, bro, it's going to freak out people who don't want a doll in the first place. It may freak them out, but for us doll owners and doll enthusiasts, we want something to be as realistic as possible. That's the whole point of being in the doll game. And, I was talking about a lot of stuff because in that video I said, hey, my girl Himawari, my Iron Tech full silicone girl that's sitting in the background. I said that when I first got her, especially when you move her eyes, she can look so real that it freaked me out a little bit when I first got her. So you could say I may have experienced some of the uncanny valley. But what I was saying in my video is, for me, it's not an uncanny valley. It's a canny valley because I wanted to be a little freaked out because she looked so real. I love that feeling that she's so real that I couldn't tell. And then, like I say, that feeling, it's not like it's going to last forever. Here, after 2 or 3 days, I don't care how real she looks, you're going to be used to her just like you're used to your regular dolls. And that's what happened with Himawari. After about 3 days of me I would get in the bed and she looked so real that it would freak me out a little bit, like, dang, she looks so real. But after about 3 or 4 days, she looked real, but it was just like my regular dolls. So don't save me from realism. And that's what my guy DAS is hinting at, and I agree with him. I don't want to be saved from realism. He said it's a good history lesson, though. We got to see how the Chinese took his ideas and took it to the next level. Guaranteed they'll have Stepford Wives or Terminators way before us.
like I said, I don't know if they took his ideas to the next level. I say this. I understand what he means by that. Like I said, now the dogs can stand. The Chinese manufacturers and stuff did that. They're not holding back on trying to make the dogs look real. So from that standpoint, I know what he means, but I'm still thinking about the overall superior quality of the dog in general. I know everybody doesn't have that because their price difference is still there for a reason. But I understand what he's saying. He's talking about the innovations that they've been making, which they haven't been making innovators. And I do agree with him as far as the Asians, the way it's going, they're going to have Stepford Wives and Terminators way before us because they're just not, as a country and stuff, they're just not ashamed of this technology. They're not ashamed of making androids to look humanoid, look human-like. They're not afraid of that. In America, we're afraid of that. Right now, I'm like, I'm something to be, this lifestyle is something to be ashamed of over here. They don't do that in Asia. Over there is not something to be ashamed of. They're embracing the whole, mindset behind robotic companions and robots working in the workplace and things like that. So we're catching up. We'll get there, but we're just way behind right now. So I agree that they're going to get the Terminators before us as it stands right now. He said, too bad we'll be in the grave before it happens, though. And I agree. A lot of people don't, but I believe that, before we see robots actively in homes, it's going to be well beyond our time today. Even if it's just 100 years from now, all of us will be gone or we won't be able to enjoy it. We'll see advancements, but we won't see the full robots. And even that's something else that was cool that I was able to show, that Matt was even agreeing with me. He was like, hey, robots aren't going to be fully functional in homes anytime soon. He said, because with one robotic arm, it could crush somebody's head. Not, you know what I'm saying? So he said, that's not going to happen anytime soon. And I agree. That's what I was saying in the live stream that I did a long time ago called Near But Distant Future. When I said that we may be getting robots, but in the near future, but for us, it's distant because 100 years is no time in the concept of time, but in the concept of a human lifespan, it's a long time. So what I really answered DAS was in the short answer, and I gave him the long answer. But I said, I love real doll, but the face models do need improvement, and they need to bring on the hyper realism, like I already said. I said, honestly, our taste is similar, and that's true. I'm a big fan of Solana. China is definitely on that hyper realistic train, and that's what I do love about China. They don't, not only China, but Asia in general. The manufacturers over there, they're not even trying to hold back on realism. They're trying to give you every bit of realism. And it's funny, real doll faces look so real. You'll be like, damn, I didn't realize they were holding back. And that's the mind frame I was in. I didn't even realize they were holding back because, yeah, I don't love all their faces, but that's with any company. It's just that they don't have as many faces to choose from. So if they had 100 faces, maybe I'd like, really, really like 25 of them. And that'd be a good number. Then that means I would probably think about 50 or so was okay. And then I might not like 25, which is normal. But with only 43 heads, it's not enough to choose from. So as it stands, it's like it's probably about 25 or 6 of those heads that are all right to me, maybe. And then then it's probably 10 of them that I just don't like. I think I, don't like or think are ugly. And then it's probably another 7 or 8 or so that I'm like, okay, I like these. So he definitely needs to expand, the amount of girls he has. Because it's fine with having girl that I don't like, but you got to have, a lot to choose from. Now, the good thing about Real Doll is the customizations opportunities are so damn near limitless that you can mix and match color patterns and makeup, and you can damn near get a girl changed and she can look exactly like you want to at the end of the day. Almost. because they have makeup artists just that good. That's why I say Real Dollars, they got some stuff going on over there from a makeup department and, you know, high level Hollywood wigs and just the way their girls are constructed and stuff. So they got a lot going on. They got a lot going on. And if you got the money, they'll do it. I'm going to talk more about that in upcoming videos. Thank you, though, so much, DAS. I appreciate DAS for coming in at the last second, too. I always say if I don't have comments, either the power hour will be very short or I probably talk about something else, you know, for a second. But DAS came in the last second. He dropped comments on several videos that he got a chance to watch. So he sort of stood out solo on some of these videos as far as being the only person to comment. Because sometimes people don't comment as much on a live stream video. But I do want to send another shout out to him. He always says a comment that makes me think, you know, provokes my thought. You know, 99% of the time it's funny. We pretty much agree on everything. And even when I break down his comments, I have to really break them down to say, okay, well, maybe I sort of different here or got a different opinion there. But and that's not to say I want an echo chamber. If you have a different opinion than me, that's fine. But I just want to appreciate him for giving us, you know, some talking points to discuss. I'm gonna head right back to see what Power Brain talking about right quick. He said they needed that. He was talking about the Nets getting the victory, I'm sure. He didn't say anything else. Then MGTOW said, yo, man, what up, MGTOW in the house? He said, happy Wednesday, Merry Wednesday, man, and happy Thanksgiving, man. It ain't Thanksgiving yet, but it's right on the horizon. When I do my show Thanksgiving morning, I don't know. Hey, I don't know how many of you may be up. Some of you may be, you know, sleeping in late, tired, you know what I'm saying? Still working on dinner. Who knows what you may be doing. So I'm sort of getting that out of the way early as far as saying, hey, happy Thanksgiving. Of course, I'm going to do a show tomorrow morning as well, but definitely happy Thanksgiving. And I know I'm looking forward to that turkey, man. I'm more of a turkey man. It's so funny. A lot of times when I hear people talk about Thanksgiving, a lot of people be saying like, yeah, man, I don't eat turkey. It's too dry and stuff. Well, I don't really eat turkey a lot during the year, you know, unless it's some cold cut type turkey I might eat. But I actually am one of the few people, I guess, that looks forward to turkey on Thanksgiving. I love me some turkey and dressing and cranberry sauce and gravy and man, the list goes on, you know, chitlins and all type of stuff, man. I don't just hog out like I used to, you know, because I just don't like that feeling too full. But you know, I definitely like to get some food, give me some place and sort of eat on it days on. Now, probably about the third day, I started just getting sick of eating that type of food. But it's like, it's so good, you know, that I, you know, put whatever else I got, you know, in the freezer and eat it later. But I only brought that I only said that little soliloquy because a lot of people out there are ham eaters, you know. It's so funny, man. Whenever I go eat or whatever, or whenever I hear people talking about Thanksgiving, they always like, yeah, I like ham. I like ham. I don't eat turkey. I don't eat turkey that much. And all I be thinking was like, man, I love turkey because whenever I go for Thanksgiving, people tend to veer towards the ham and they leave all that good white meat turkey to me. And I be loving it. So I just thought that was funny. You know, I love me some turkey. I don't know what people be talking about. MGTOW said, same to you. Thank you, MGTOW. So next video. Next video is Murder, Mystery, and 2 New Real Dolls. Oh, bad. Oh, man. This is a sad video for me, honestly. This is that video where I was talking about that young lady that got killed recently, Shanquella Robinson, and it's been a string of murders. You know, it's murders and killings and tragedy every day. And I told you I don't focus on it because, man, your whole life is just your whole life will be just marred with depression if you just think about what happens on a daily basis, you know, around you in the world. You got to stay focusing on the positive and get away from the news. But like I say, in the internet world, man, I just run across stuff sometimes. And I ran across that Shanquella Robinson killing. And man, it's so crazy. It's been a lot of killings since then. And God bless everybody's family who's been hurt or bothered. It really breaks my heart, to be honest. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. It really breaks my heart to hear all these murders. Because we've gotten the LGBTQ club that got shot into. We got the Virginia uh kids that got shot on the bus. We got those Idaho students, I think, that got stabbed in their home with that Rambo knife. It just seemed like one thing after the other, and it's just a rash of this stuff. I think it was another LGBTQ club shooting actually recently, with even more people killed. So this stuff is just rampant, right? But man, I just want to go back to Shanquella Robinson because man, it's like this stuff, all of this stuff rips my heart up. And another one that really rips my heart up is that one where these people got stabbed in their sleep. Oh, with those kids in Idaho. Man, that's beyond right there. Cause that just, man, it just frustrates me to think about that. But I can't lie. No, all of them are bad, but the one that really just eats at me is this Shanquella Robinson thing. I just can't get it out of my mind, man. What I mean by that, I'm going past it, but I'm saying just when I think about it, it hurts me worse than all of them. And I'm going to tell you why. It has something to do with her getting beat to death. That's what it is. And just the whole setup of it, then I heard her father talk about it as well. He was saying, man, my daughter don't even fight. And I knew it from that video that she wasn't a fighter, but that video just ripped me up because, seeing her, I don't even look at those fighting videos, but I had to look at that one just to see, what was going on. And to see that girl getting beat up, and from what the reports are, it could have been a guy out of the LGBTQ community that was a transsexual. And like I say, I'm all for those people, living their lives and having rights and, things of that nature. But when it comes to something like this violence, like, when a transsexual lady, wants to be called and addressed as such, I have no problem addressing them as lady and she and all of that. And so, I give them their status, whatever. But I will say this to all my ladies out there that are transsexual or whatever. I will say this. That is the one time where I'm like, you know what? I'm sorry. I know that what life you've chosen, but at that point, you do have to realize that, hey, your makeup is not like a natural born woman. You cannot go beating on a woman. Now for somebody to just come up, slap you in your face, I've even said that that's something hard to control when somebody slaps you as far as you hitting them back. That's something hard to control. But when it comes to a natural born woman, you have to be in the mind frame that, hey, I'm strong, a lot stronger than them, no matter what. And so if that's the case, if it was a transsexual beating on her, that just makes it that much more worse, because they just, she's stronger than her in most cases. And the girl or transsexual person was a lot bigger than her. And like I say, God bless my LGBTQ community that watches the show. Definitely not a shot at you. It's just about this situation. But man, when he beat her up, or she beat the girl up, the girl wasn't fighting back. She was drunk and she was naked. And it was just hurting my heart because, like I said in the video, man, this is somebody who was thinking about going on vacation, doing something once in a lifetime. People aren't rich. And to go down there with your friends and for them to, somebody to beat you up and nobody to ever step in until you actually get to the point where you die, man, it hurts. That hurts my heart because I'm gonna tell you, man, it's something about that. It's something about a beating that's so much worse. You can stab somebody, kill them. That's bad because that's up close and personal. But it's still quicker. You see what I'm saying? You stab somebody, they bleed out. You shoot somebody, that's a bit disconnected type of a murder because you're standing far off, like that guy in the club. He can disconnect himself from murdering people. Why? Because he's just pulling the trigger, standing off away from people. Now, once he sees the damage, he'll probably be like, damn, I killed all these people. But when you're beating somebody, man, like, it just so, yeah, you can hit somebody with one blow that kills them, but more often than not, when somebody gets beat, it's an accumulation of blows. So you're sitting over somebody, beating them, and at some point, you don't have any compassion to stop when they're not defending themselves, and you keep going. I understand people can get into a rage and they have to be saved from themselves, like me and my mom was having a private conversation about, but at the same time, you got to know when you're going too far. You know, you got to know when you done hit somebody 5 or 6 straight times, and guess what? It was no defense. And, you know, for you to keep going at that point, that's when it just hurts my heart because it's a loss of humanity there. And when I was seeing that girl, like she had already got beat up, right? If she got hit anytime after the video that I saw, it was well past inhumane. And seeing as she did die, she probably did get hit after the video went off. And she was already incapacitated. So that stuff just broke my heart. And so I did have several comments on this video. And on this video, my guy Danny Rendon came in and he says, I swear, when you tell hypothetical situations, you sound like Drexel when he does it. I can't lie, I didn't say much on that, but I appreciate him for what he said, as far as like, because I realized that he enjoyed the string. You know, he enjoyed me breaking it down and giving my hypothetical take on the thing on the murder and stuff. But I was like, I'm just being myself. And I said that because I don't watch Drexel or any of these people out here. And I'm definitely not trying to be like anybody but J. Dog King Hefner. You know what I'm saying? But it's just one of those things where, you know, I can't control what similarities you guys say I might have to anybody out there. That's not my job to control your mouth or your opinions. But I do want to let anybody out there know that, let you know, I've seen Drexel, and I don't think me and him sound anything alike. We definitely have a lot of different views. We don't think alike, for sure. We have especially when it comes to the human woman, we have very, very different opinions. God bless him, but we have different opinions on that. And I don't think I sound like him myself. I think I sound like Jay Hefner, you know what I'm saying? But like I say, for my viewers out there, as long as you enjoy the show, I'm happy. But he said, it's not a bad thing. I like Drix. Y'all just have a similar way to express yourself in that specific way. And I'm going to be honest with you. God bless you, Drix, but I hope not. Because I don't want to be anything like Drix. No offense to him. Like I say, I don't feel like we talk the same. I know that both of us are from a darker pigment, so we may have similar sort of views in some regards on something. You know, I ain't gonna say similar views, but we may just word things maybe in a similar rhythm. Maybe that's what you're saying. But like I was seeing him, I saw a bit of him on somebody's stream, Rakita Law's stream, I think a few days ago, a week ago or something. I just sent a snippet of it. And it was well before you said this. And I was like, I mean, when I thought back to that, I'm like, no, I don't sound nothing like this guy. But once again, that's not for me to determine. That's on you guys to make your own determinations on that. And it doesn't bother me either way. I just wanted to make that clarification that I definitely am not trying to be like him or anybody else. And he said something in response to that, so I just finished that. And I said, that's what I told him. I said, man, I'm just glad. Hold on. Oh, he said it's not a bad thing, blah, 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 blah. Danny said it's not a bad thing. Y'all just have a similar way to express yourself. And I told him, I said, because I had to be a little short. I said, I'm just glad you enjoyed the stream. With respect to Drex or anyone, I'm just being myself, like I said. And I told him, God bless. The next comment I had was very interesting from a guy, Leo. Oh, my God. Now, Leo is an actual Dog King Army team member. Let me shout out my team members, man. Because I forgot Leo did join the other day. Let me shout out my team members. I got 9 strong team members, man. I got almost 3,000 subscribers now. So, man, I wish I had a bigger team. I know it's coming, though, baby. The bigger team is coming. But I promise you, man, I think I am going to start a Patreon as well. So be on the lookout for that. But my Dog King Army team members, Leo, Atalia Barclay, both of them, you know, they recent members. Sheila Bell, DAS, of course, Lieutenant Johnny K, Dog Nation hanging in there. Dog Nation, what's up, Dog Nation? Comic Book, Kevin Gray, Blue CCG, all my team members. God bless you. Appreciate you. So Leo said this. He said, Jay, man, now this is serious. And I don't know what actually went on with this, but Leo said the same thing happened to my daughter in Mexico. Now, I ain't gonna even lie, I don't know what he means by the same thing happened. I don't know if he meant the exact same thing, like his daughter got beat like that girl did. Now, I promise you, I hope that didn't happen like that. I don't know whether he means that she just got killed down there. And it hurts me to even say that out of my mouth, but I don't know, what pretty much happened down there, but something going on with his daughter, he says, happened similarly to what happened to Shanquella Robinson. He said, work with the authorities and even the FBI. And he said nothing can be done to these people unless they can cross the border back to Mexico. You can murder somebody in Mexico and return to the United States, and neither country has jurisdiction to prosecute. And this is what I told him. I was sort of short with it. I said, Leo, God bless you and the family for your loss. And I just sort of hate to say it like that, but I always feel like you want to say more, but that's really what I want to just say, God bless you, bro. Because it's so much easier to talk about something like this. But man, if you lost your loved one, your daughter, your close family member like that, it's sickening to just think about. And so I do want to send my heartfelt love out to you and your family. And I told him, I said, I don't know the specifics of your situation. I don't know all that's involved. But this is just me being a novice at just knowing generally about the law. I was just saying, but if it can be proven that someone in particular had a part in a murder, I believe something can be done. I said it's definitely more likely because it was an American on American killing. I said it's definitely more likely because it was an American killing an American. And then I said, once again, God bless, my friend. What I meant by that is, let's just say that American goes into another country and you kill somebody in their country. If you come back, you know what I'm saying? You can be scot-free if they don't catch you before you get out of their country. So in that regards, I agree with him. You can be, I'm not telling anybody to go do something like that because I'm not, because like I say, you can get caught. But what I'm saying is I can see somebody getting away with it because like they say, once you cross the border, hey, how they going to track you down and all that type of stuff. Their Mexican authorities aren't going to come over here and track you down because they don't have jurisdiction over here. They'd have to try to get somebody to figure out who you were. In most cases, that ends up being a dead end. So I can understand if you killed somebody else, maybe. But by this being an American killing an American, meaning that you have an American family over here that's wanting answers. And they know that the 5 or 6 people that were with her daughter in that whole, she knows, that family knows that certain people were around her right before she died. So with that said, when the FBI investigates, they'll have American people that they can tangibly go touch right over here. And even though it happened in that country, under those circumstances, I do believe something can be done to get them in some type of criminal some criminal charges to be brought against them. I do believe it will be more difficult, and I'm definitely not trying to shun what you're saying because, like I told you, I haven't been through, and I promise you, I don't wish that on any of my viewers or anybody to have to go through that, Leo. And I would just, and that's why I said I don't know the specifics of your situation. I don't know whether it was a person over there that killed your daughter, whether your daughter was of Mexican descent, somebody from America killed her and came back over. I don't know what the specifics were, but I would like to believe that if it's an American on American killing, especially because you're going to have a family over here still saying, hey, these people across the street killed my family member in Mexico, and hey, I need y'all to check that out. I do think it's a good chance that something can be done, and I'm hoping it can be. I don't sit up here wishing for anybody to go to jail, but like you say, if it's justified and the law does their job and they see that you did do something wrong, then that's something that I definitely want them to investigate because I hate for that girl to die like that or anybody. to find, like Leo's daughter, to find himself in a bad situation like that. So, with all that said, I think that was all the comments I had. Let me check. Yep. Oh no, Leo said something else, and I'm gonna like and heart that. But he said, "Thanks, Jay. I appreciate your words of encouragement and kind heart. I will share the details with you someday if interested." It's one of those things where, Leo, if you see this, you can always share it if you want to, but I'm not gonna press the issue about the details of what happened with your daughter and things of that nature. I know it's a private matter. I thank you for sharing as much as you did, to be honest with you. So I'm gonna leave that there. Next video is another Walmart run, and man, it seems like eons ago that I did an adventure video where I was out and about uh in the city with my girls doing something, active. What is going on? Somehow my notifications on then turned on by mistake, because my notifications have never been on. Let me turn that off, guys, because I do not even want that starting to happen. Let me turn that off right now. That's something I don't even want happen. I don't know. Sometimes my Facebook Messenger just activates, and I don't know about you guys. I never had that crap on. I hate Facebook Messenger. I hate anything that tries to give me messages and stuff. Hey, get rid of that. Yeah, perfect. So, yeah, it seemed like eons ago since I went on a adventure with my girls, because I don't have a car anymore. Lost my car months and months ago. It broke down, and like I said, I don't even have the means to get another car right at this very second. God have blessed me though at the right time. But I haven't missed a beat because I've been loving riding my bike, and I've been getting in shape doing it. It's just the fact that I have to deal with the elements now because it's getting colder, or things of that nature. Or sometimes I have to go get something that's too heavy for the bike, maybe. But believe me, God is blessing me in a million ways. I'm happy to be alive. I'm happy to have the ability to ride the bike, and I do just miss going on adventures every now and then. It wouldn't even have to be something every day, but I do miss taking my girls out, at a restaurant. I mean, because it's part of being in a relationship, and I love doing that. And I honestly love getting out sometimes because it gives the public a bit of a shock, and I get a chance to sort of educate them in a proper manner, with the right mentality and attitude, uh, and I believe every time that I do go out, when I get a car again, that it does just help push forward the movement. But I haven't been able to do that. And I remember, man, I told you guys that, hey, man, I can't even go out right now to bring you any adventure videos. And I just want to thank all of you out there, because even if I haven't been able to do my adventure videos, you still been sticking by my side and supporting me, and still watching me and the girls sit here in front of my computer, talk and teach and learn and have fun with you. So that's one major element that's missing from my videos right now. But rest assured, I believe in a God that's bigger than any situation that I can go through. So I'm not sitting here begging for a car. I just know that God is going to give me one at the right time again. But the truth is, before I keep on going, I say, this is why I always say everything serves his plan, because he took the car away at the right time. I'm gonna tell you why. I didn't realize that I wouldn't still be able to afford insurance by now. I'm talking about like at this point in history. So guess what? He took it away so I didn't have to pay for insurance. And that big repair that I would have had to get done, I wouldn't have had a better camera right now, because I would have spent all that money to get my car fixed. So I did still end up spending some of those resources on investing into the show. But guess what? For me, it was all worth it. And so, like I say, a car can be draining, because you always got to pay insurance and upkeep and gas. So God looked at my situation and was like, hey, bro, if you keep paying for this, you're going to be in some real, real trouble in a second. So he took it away from me. And I didn't even realize it at the time. So that's how good he can be. He'll do stuff like that where you think it's bad and you look up like, dang, I'm glad he did that. So another Walmart run. I took my girl to Walmart one day, and it was one of my better trips. People was asking me questions, and it was a fun day, a real fun day, honestly. And Black Zach, he commented on my video, and this is from months ago. Black Zach commented and said, what did he say? My guy Black Zach. Okay. He said, she looks happy. Keep up the good work. I said she was super happy that day and gave him a thumbs up. And I just loved he said that because, you know, I've said before how, man, after you have a dog for a while, man, you can really feel and see the expressions in these girls, you know, coming out through your imagination. And man, I can't lie. It's some days I look at Callie, she'll be looking like, oh yeah, whatever, man, I ain't feeling this. But some days she'll be looking like she perky and excited, and that goes for all the girls. Because even though Saima, she sort of got she may not have an expression on her face right now, but she's happy right now. She's just not, she doesn't have a joyful smile for right now in my mind, but she's happy right now. But Saima is one of the only other girls that really make me laugh like Callie. You know, she really makes me laugh. This girl sitting right next to me. And I love her and her little grizzly shirt. Like I told you guys, I might probably have to do another show about getting a thick girl like Saima. But I have been loving having her down here. And we've lost our last 2 Grizzlies games. And I was just telling Saima she looked cute with her grizzly shirt on. I said, it ain't your fault, baby. It's their fault. It ain't your fault. So, with all that said, I was glad Black Zach noticed that Callie was happy, though. Experiencing some happiness. And once again, the adventure videos will come back at some point. But until then, you can definitely go back into my library, look under my playlist, and check out my adventure videos. So, that'll be something you can do in your spare time. Next video is Holding Her On. Holding Her On. Don, 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 don. Holding Her On. And Holding Her On was a video that I did. And that video was all about Callie. Because what I said about Callie was when I first got Callie, I had already bought Saima right next to me. You know, expensive girl at the time, mid-range girl. I mean, because I remember I got Saima on Black Friday and she was still like over 2,000. Because even to this day, I'm like, what did I add on her? I added some stuff on her or whatever, and it's crazy because she don't really got nothing added on her. I'm like, what did I do with her? I don't know what. I just think it was. I don't know what it was. I think I must have did some unnecessary crap, buying glue and stuff like that. I think that's what I was adding on, stuff like that. Stuff I didn't really hardly need at the time. Bought an extra hook that I didn't realize I didn't need. Either way, it added, you know, some because like she should have been, that discount I got on Black Friday should have had her a lot cheaper than what I paid for, you know. But hey, she was still over 2,000 when I got her. But make a long story short, I remember when I got Callie, bought her after Saima. She's a Kimber doll, and like I say, she's pretty much to me the lowest price doll you can get for that quality. I mean, Kimber doll is a great quality doll. The only thing you're gonna have a problem with is the hands, and you can't customize her whatsoever. But they have a great brand of TPE, great brand of TPE. It feels amazing, and it's, you know, holds up over time and all. It's good for the price, great. But I was thinking to myself, like, man, what's gonna happen, you know, as I get better and better girls? Because I was like, man, because I hadn't had Saima yet. I'm like, man, what's gonna happen when Saima get here and she more expensive? Am I gonna not want to spend time with Callie? And I remember when Saima got here, I was like, man, I still love Callie. That's crazy. So it worked out. Got my other Kimber doll girls. I tell you that whole story one day. But then when I got the beautiful Himawari, I was wondering, like, man, you know, because she's a full silicone girl and she's an advanced level companion doll. So I was like, man, what's gonna be up with Callie? And like I said in that video, holding her own. I was so happy just to know that, nah, man, it don't matter like how expensive of a girl I get going forward. Once you got that girl that, got most of your emotions tied up in her, because like I love all my girls, but I think Callie just got a significance because she was just there first in the house and I connected to her. It ain't like she was just first in the house, but even now, amongst all the faces, I'm even amazed by it. I'll be like, damn, it's amazing that this Kimberly face, this, more or less expensive than everybody, for whatever reason, it still has my emotions in heart more than anybody. Because even when I just look at her face, it's something about that smiling Kimberly face that just, I don't know, it brings me super amounts of joy. And I said, damn, Callie, even though you don't look as real as Himawari and you ain't as expensive as Saima, you holding your own. You holding your value. And that's why I know, even when I get a real doll or other dolls that's, expensive, at the end of the day, I'm still going to love Callie, And that's why I say, guys, your doll love won't be based off your value. And that's why I say, hey, even when you get, that's why I really don't down these eBay dolls or these black market dolls because they're cheap. I down them because they're terrible quality. Because I wish every dog could have a home, but I just don't like those dogs because they'll break on you in 2 days. And they made with a material that's so cheap that it could get you sick. So that's why I don't want you to have those dogs. But as far as just pure joy, any dog can really bring you the type of joy that I'm explaining. But I was just intrigued about Callie because, you would think that, man, every time you get a more expensive dog, you'd gravitate toward the more expensive dog saying, oh, I got me the new model, forget the older model. But nah, that's not the case. You're still going to love your older model. And that's what the whole point of my video was. That's if you have a connection with your dogs. If you're just using them for sex, maybe you won't see it like that. So my guy Brandon Denden says, hey, Jay, have you heard of Game Lady Dolls? Another YouTuber, Wayne, did a video about them, and I hadn't heard of them before. He said they're selling dolls that are made up to look like popular video game heroines. He said, I thought it was a really good marketing idea. I have no idea about their quality or customer service, though. Might be worth doing a video about. And this, me and Brandon was talking about this the other day because he was like, man, you made me feel bad, but he wasn't mad at me. But he said, I told him this. I said, I've talked about them several times, which I have. And if you've been a constant watcher of my live streams, you know the Game Lady has come up many a time. They're just like many other providers, vendors, and manufacturers. I haven't got to their private show yet. I got a lot of shows to do, and their show hasn't come up in the Rolodex. So I said, I guess you just didn't catch those strings, my friend. And I said, I do plan on covering them eventually, but I'm not sure when it will come up on the schedule. So, yeah, Brandon, you're very late when it comes to Game Lady Dog, because Game Lady Dog came out months ago. When they first came out, they were just popping up on the internet. People were just talking about them. You couldn't even find them on vendor sites. But now, legitimate vendors have them on their sites. And that's how you know, yeah, they're a legitimate company, because the vendors, when all the legitimate vendors start adding you, then they think you're legitimate. So, yeah, I've known about them and I've talked about them a lot. And I was just messing with Brandon, wasn't beating him up. But if you're not watching on a daily basis, you'll miss it. And I told him, now I want you to comment, but you are going to expose yourself if you ask me something and you haven't been watching the show. I'm not going to beat you up over it. But I just bring it up like Brandon, be like, well, Brandon, you probably haven't been watching because I've been talking about it. And he's right. They are a dog company that makes companion dogs based off of video game characters. It doesn't really appeal to me right now because I like anime girls. I'm not really into, I can't even think of one video game girl right off the top of my head that I want to, I want them to make. But that company has a lot of promise, believe me. Joseph Cole says, I'm going to say companion dogs. He used the S word. I don't call them that anymore. But he said companion dogs is where it's at. He says, too bad I keep wearing my dogs out. He said, I'm also an Iron Tech dog fan too. I would never throw my dogs away. Hey, man, if you wearing your dogs out from having sex with them, God bless you. That's the life you choose to live, and you making use of them in the way you want to. Uh, I don't believe that you're just having sex with them, in my opinion. I don't, it could be that you are, but either, no matter what you're doing, it seems like you're enjoying your lifestyle. So God bless you. Have fun. He says he's an Iron Tech Dog fan too. And honestly, I was always a fan of Iron Tech Dog from afar, like I am from several companies. But Iron Tech Dog just did something different than all the companies. They put their money where their mouth was and said, hey, check us out, Dog King Hefner. And when they sent me the product, I gave them the thumbs up because I was like, you know what? They are right. This is a great product. And I got something great to talk about with Iron Tech Dog coming up. When he was like, he would never throw his dogs away. I'm glad to hear that. And I just told him nothing like a quality companion, my friend, because it is. It's nothing like a quality companion, nothing like this synthetic life, man. Having a synthetic companion, I promise you. If you can embrace this lifestyle, you can get a whole bunch from it. What's next, guys? Oh my God. Oh, I see I got a damn bot in here. So let me get rid of this bot. Yeah, we got rid of the bot. Let me read some comments right quick. Lieutenant Johnny K, Dog King Army team member in the He's there. What up? Hope your mama doing good, Johnny K. He said, hey Jay, good morning. I just woke up. If I don't see you tomorrow, I hope that you and the girls have a hey, thank you, Johnny K. Thank you. And that was his Dog King Army member emoji, but it won't show up on here. We out here. What up? We out here. What up, man? I think that's Outcast Owls. Somebody from them representing. Good to see you, man. But Johnny K, that's why I was saying I got a show early tomorrow, Thanksgiving. I said I know some people, they may not be able to catch it. They may be getting food ready, they may be asleep, they may be putting some Thanksgiving ham and they human girlfriend. We don't know. But I'm still going to do a show in the morning, but it's going to be a good one though. It's going to be a great subject matter. So I'll probably hint at what it is toward the end of the string. So with all that said, I'm going on to my next video. And that is the competition round 4. And so, yeah, the competition round 4, man. This is I did the scent competition again. And the scent competition, that's where I judge these human women of they've mainly been suggested to me from my viewers. These are girls from YouTube. Mainly most of them have a YouTube channel, or they've just been on the internet doing live streams and things of the nature in some form of fashion. And I had a competition. I've had 4 rounds so far. This was the 4th round. And the reason it is significant is because of this. It's not just me in the competition. I basically take these 4 girls and I put them in competition and guess how I believe, who I believe has the best smelling vagina. And it's a lot of factors that goes into it for me doing a small observation on each girl. But the reason this show exists is because I'm serious. One of the things that I literally miss from a human woman is a lot of her sense. Just sniffing on a human woman, sniffing her neck, sniffing her belly, sniffing her breast, sniffing her butt, sniffing her feet. I'm talking when all these things are clean. When a woman is clean, I'm talking about, all these scents are amazing. And when you're making love to a woman, boy, you can get intoxicated by her smells and scents. Lord have mercy. It can turn you off and get you sick when she funky and stanky. Don't get me wrong. But when a woman is clean, I promise you, it's some scents that comes off her that's like a perfume can't attract you that much. But since I haven't had a human woman in over a couple of years now, well, it's going on 2, because I had my girls 2 years here in December, so I haven't even tried to I haven't even tried to get a number. Today, I can't lie. I seen a little girl, her hair wasn't done or anything, but she was cute to me, and I almost said something to her. I can't lie. I almost said something. I flirted with her, and she responded, but I didn't try to get her number. I was like, nah, I still ain't ready to try to get a human woman, because, if a human woman comes on strong to me and then she ends up coming over here and meeting my girls and she's cool with that, that's fine. But I was like, I still ain't really ready to just try to holler at a human woman yet. But whenever I do get to imagine a human woman and thinking about them, or even when I'm looking at Thana and all the girls that I'm looking at, one of the things that I always think about is that scent, man. And I'm not talking about no fishy scent, because if you're talking about that, then you don't know about vagina, because that's not a good smell of vagina when it smells like fish. That's an unclean vagina or a problem going down, a problem going on. I'm talking about this musky smell that a vagina gives off once it gets worked up. You know, once you work up, once you get her aroused, and or you have sex with her for a while, it can start getting a little musky, and it can be very attractive. Where even I find myself now when I look at human women, and I'm going to show you one that does it to me right now. I wasn't going to show you this at first, but this girl, I seen this picture. I've talked about her before, Leanne Starr. Man, she dropped a picture the other day, and I can't lie. This girl, she works my hormones like none other. I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying? This girl gets me so worked up to where I'm like, man, I can't lie. I give her credit. She's one human woman that when I just look at her, I promise you, I get worked up in a different way, because she wasn't in the scent competition for a reason. I just kept her out. But she just has this, I've said before, she got this classic beauty to her where she just gives me this young Elvira vibe. I don't know what it is about her, but I just say this. I'm going to just show a picture here while I mention this next little thing right quick. I'm going to show a picture of her, because she looks so sexy. But this picture right here was just doing it to me, right? She posted this on Instagram the other day, and I can't lie, my jaw was just dropping. This suit isn't really even showing a whole bunch, but geez, I can't lie. What I loved about this picture is this girl knows how to pose, because I was like, you know what? She's literally posing like a companion dog. And I was like, man, this is the type of pose that people would love to do with their companion dog, because the way she looks away with her eye, I can't lie. This is the sort of a companion dog pose. And man, she knows what attracts a man. That's what I love about Leanne Starr, man. I ain't gonna lie. She makes, I can't lie. As much as I love my companion dogs, besides Em and all the girls, like she's one human woman that does get me worked up with how she does things like this, because man, it's just the subtle way that she knows that a man loves to see that little booty, you know what I'm saying, right there next to that vagina. I mean, it's just the way she does it, man. The way she takes her pictures. And then let me show you this next one. This next one where she does the same thing, got that cute little face, and she looks back, not at you, but away from you. The perfectly placed tats. I mean, hunching that body up and those thighs in just the perfect manner. I mean, this girl is freaking unbelievable. I'm only showing you this picture because of, let me show a bigger version of that. I'm only showing you this picture because when I see stuff like that and I get ramped up, I immediately almost start thinking about, what did that vagina sniff like? What did it smell like? What did it scent like? I have always thought like that, but I think about it even more now because my girls don't have that at all. So now it's crazy. Like as soon as I see a girl, I'd be like, what that thing? I'd be thinking about the scent of a woman. You know what I'm saying? I really do. Because that's the one thing I miss. Even if I was to make love to my girls, which I don't right now. But even if I was to make love to them and enjoy it, that would be the one thing I miss. I wouldn't miss a funky vagina, but a good smelling vagina producing great scents. Oh my God. And when I see this woman, Lord have mercy, Leanne. Jeez, this girl does something to me. I give her that credit. I've said, and I don't mean any disrespect to Leanne. She could have a job done on her breast. I'm not sure. And I say this. Only thing I want silicone or TP or like that, TPE, is my companion dogs. I don't want silicone on my human ladies. So I don't want a woman that has enhancements, because I like small breasts. You don't need bigger breasts. So that's my only potential complaint on Leanne, is that, okay, she could have a breast job. I'm not 100% sure. If she has a breast job, that would be her one thing that's a negative for me. And it actually would upset me because even if she had A cups right here, I'd love her just as much. You know, she wouldn't need those for me. I promise you. So let me stop sharing that. I want to keep that up. I don't want to make that the subject because I'm probably gonna bring that picture up another time. Because oh Lord Jesus, that girl fine. I don't know what. Woo, woo, woo. So either way, yeah. Look, I got thrown out by the picture, but yeah, the whole point of me showing that picture was I was discussing my video, the competition round 4. And why I even came up with the competition is because the one thing missing from Campaign Dolls is the scent of a human woman. And I said that, you know, one day it would be cool if I could have a real life scent competition where I would have willing participants, you know, willing participants to say, hey, and I had some proof, of course, knowing that it was their panties and stuff. But, you know, I had willing participants. I would probably require them to show a video of them, hey, wearing said panties or something. But where they would send, you know, their panties in, and I could literally judge them. Because I said it would be cool one day if I could find a grand champion one day and literally get their scent, you know, produced. It's like a perfume where I could literally spray it not only on my girls, but it could be a product. That's something I would really love to do. So on the video, let me read the comments. And once again, this video is the competition round 4. I had my guy DAS. He says, I love me some Renee and Krista Nova. Loves and hugs. He said, he loves them and Melanie Mack. He said they are his favorite scent girls so far. And honestly, he picked a great 3. Rainy is smoking hot. Krista Nova smoking hot. And Melanie Mack smoking hot. All of them seem to be great quality girls. He said, I hope one of them takes the gold in the finals. He said, I can't wait. And I said, I love all the finals. That's the thing. I'm going to hate picking a winner. We'll see sometime before Christmas. And I'm going to be honest, man. You know, whenever you see these swimsuit competitions and just competitions in general, you see the judges. And I've always been like, these damn lucky ass judges getting a chance to see these vaginas and booties up close. And I don't get a chance to do that. But it's still a privilege to be able to judge these ladies. But now I'm in the point where this has gotten very hard because now that I have finalists, it's crazy. I actually don't want anybody to lose, and I don't want any of my finalist feelings. Of course, I had to hurt some feelings because, you know, nobody wants to lose. You know what I'm saying? So people's feelings have gotten hurt a little bit, I'm sure. But I don't want to hurt any of my finalist feelings because they are champions, you know? And man, I can't lie. It's hard for me to do this show, man. I've been thinking like, man, how am I going to do this? In one instance, I was like, man, I almost want to just lead them as I almost want to just lead them as champions, man. But I know that I need to, you know, decipher who's the best of the best. But I'm just letting you know, man, I'm going through it emotionally because I got my 5 vaginal champions, and I'm like, man, it's hard for me to, you know, I don't even want to choose between them. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. It's very very emotional as far as like I don't want to do it. The Gluminati says the competition isn't to tear anybody down, but I want to tear them up. Know what I'm saying? And I laughed and gave the thumbs up, but I know exactly what he's saying because listen, man, I'm in the companion dog gang. This is my life. I'm happy. I've told you, I haven't tried to get one number from a human woman since I got into this game. I was a little tempted the other day for the first time. But what I was going to say is, believe me, that's why I tell these ladies, don't get mad when you're in the competition. It's a badge of honor. It ain't like I'm picking somebody that I think is unattractive. I think all these ladies are super hot. And honestly, like, man, you'll be lucky to sew your nose to any of these booties out here, any of these finalist booties. I'm going to be honest with you. These girls are fine. I'm sorry. I like them all myself. The Doper says, oh, snap, it's a tie. If you haven't seen that stream, I would love you to go back and see it. But it was, I'll go ahead and reveal it on the Dog King Powwow, but it was an actual tie in the competition between Rainy Draws and my girl, Krista Nova. And Dope says it's a tie. He said I was going to say Rennie should have won, but I can live with the tie. Sheila is gorgeous, by the way. And he was talking about Sheila Aliens. I love Sheila Aliens. She seemed like a great person. She's in the UFOs and all this, and she was in the competition. And so he was like, Sheila is gorgeous, by the way. And I said, I love Sheila, but I'm sorry, my friend, I can't deal with filters. And the dopest, I didn't see him answer, but he said, I can't stand those filters either. And the thing is, it's funny when he says that Sheila is gorgeous, because how do you know? That's why she lost. I've never seen her without the filter. Man, it's funny. My guy sent me a link to her, one of her videos the other day, saying, "Hey man, she doesn't have a filter on this video." Man, don't you know? I went and clicked on that video, and she did actually have a filter on that video. So I'm like, this girl does not go without a filter. I'm not finna say a woman looks good, from looking at her through a filter. And I'm sure she's not ugly. I've seen enough to know she's not ugly. But I don't think I've ever seen her without some sort of a filter on. And when I go look at her pictures on Instagram, she had like one picture that looked like it may not have had a filter, but it was from 20 years ago. So I have no idea what Sheila Aliens really looks like. And that was so funny during that stream. I said, you know what? Sheila Aliens, I believe she is an alien, a legitimate alien from another planet. My guy Val Schnitzel says, Sheila is greater than Allie. Sheila is greater than Renee. Well, yes, she could be greater than Allie, but as far as the competition concerned, she cannot be greater than Renee, in my opinion. I told him, I said, I love Sheila Aliens, but she can't win with filters. And that's the thing. You can't beat my girls that's coming natural with filters, Sheila. I love you, though. I love you. God bless you. Let me check back in. See if I had another comment on that. Oh, that was it. So we rolling pretty good. We only got a few more comments. I'm gonna stop right quick and check in with Johnny. Johnny say, "Mother's doing great. She's gonna be cooking up a storm today and tomorrow. God bless mothers, all the mothers out there." He said, "I'll be here for sure to catch your show tomorrow." Okay, cool, Johnny. I didn't know if you was gonna make it. He said, I still can't believe there was a tie. Looks like a future champ right there." Oh, he talking about I think he was talking about Leanne Starr. Ooh, Leanne Starr so fine. Jesus. I didn't even put her in the competition, man, because it's crazy. She just lived, she does do some things that could be maybe I'm just saying could probably be a strike against her, but I can't lie. It's no scenario where I can imagine that vagina stinking at all. Ugh, she's just a fine one, other than just a health cause, but she's so fine, so sexy, so womanly. I love that woman. I promise you I do. I can't believe it was a tie either, man. And honestly, like I say, man, it's gonna be hard for me to do this championship because, man, I don't even want to go back and pick between them. Honestly, I really don't. Yeah, Leanne is super fine. Jesus, man, that girl fine. I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm even thinking about her now, man. That girl she just does something to me. But Many Miracles. That's my next video. And on Many Miracles, that was my Reset Sunday. And I didn't get a comment on every video this week, and that's fine. But on Many Miracles, I was just saying, and it was appropriate because it's Thanksgiving week. I was just saying, hey, man, a lot of times we get depressed or upset about life. And I was like, hey, whenever you start going down that path, start looking all around you. It's too much to be thankful for. Be thankful. We don't realize it. That's the problem. The things that you could be thankful for, you think, oh, that's just normal. No, it's not. Being able to see, hear, touch, feel, smell, walk, talk, think, man, all of those are tremendous blessings. What if you were laid up in a hospital bed, but you could think, but you couldn't talk to anybody? It'd be torture. What if you couldn't formulate a word? It'd be torture. You know what I'm saying? What if you couldn't see? Hey, that's terrible. What if you couldn't touch, smell? You wouldn't even be able to enjoy Thanksgiving like, you do now if you couldn't smell. What if you couldn't eat, through your mouth, walk? We don't look at these things on a day-to-day basis. I even brought it up in a video. I'm like, hey, We got to be thankful for even being able to use the bathroom in the house. Wow, Jay, what you talking about? Hey, bro, not long ago, people had toilets outside. My grandmother said, man, one of her biggest dreams in life was to have a house with an inside toilet because she didn't have one growing up, So that's what I'm saying. Like, we're privileged, man. I was, even when I run water in the house, you know how many people overseas and stuff like that don't have running water in their whole village, but we as Americans have them in our individual homes. And keep in mind, we're all trying to do better in life and live better. And especially in America, it's a different standard, that we go by. Everybody have their own yards, and we have houses surrounded by grass and trees and stuff. It's possible over here in America where in some countries, like in Brazil and stuff, you got places where it's homes on top of homes. They can't even think of having a yard. Even if you're living in an apartment, you're doing so much better than so many people over in the world. Even if you're barely making it, you think you're barely making it by eating ramen noodles and not hardly having much to eat. But guess what? It's somebody that don't even got anywhere near that. They're thinking you're a king just because you can come back to a home. The ability to, I even thank God every day, like for the ability to take a shower in my own house, the ability to eat, cook, even clean up, move around, have pets. It's so many things to be thankful for. If you start focusing on those things, you'll realize, like, wait a minute. All of these things are literally miracles that's happening on a daily basis, So it's a lot that can be taken for granted for, man. And of course, we all want to be doing better. We want our bills paid. We want to, be, living in abundance and things of that nature. But even before you get there, you're already living in abundance if you're up, alive, and well, That's the greatest gift you can get, before you have any extra finances. It's health and being able to breathe and talk and communicate and things of that nature. So that's what I did that video for. And what I just said was longer than the video. And in the video, in the comments, I have one from Kevin Havens. He says, I always praise everything that happens through God. I even got an unexpected blessing, but it was on a debit card I haven't used in a while. But Daphne and I went to bed late Thursday and was wondering how we were going to get something to eat the next day. He said, God must have heard it. You could take must have out of it. He heard you. He said, must have heard it and did something about it when we were asleep. He said, I ordered Pizza Hut. It's a mini miracle because Daphne and I bear testimony to it. God listens to your prayers no matter what. I said, definitely a miracle, my friend. And I didn't expound on it. But what I was going to say is, even in my situation now, I have had family members step up and help me out and give me some food or something, to help keep me going, so I won't have to pay for it and stuff. I got been blessed to have a couple of aunties that my mom told to take care of me. So they'll make me food and stuff from time to time. But you know what's so funny? Sometimes I'll be running low on food or something. I won't even tell anybody. And it's crazy. Right when I'm getting super duper hungry, I look outside and my auntie will be putting up with a plate. And I always be thinking like, man, that's just God looking out for me. Even before I even pray about it, I end up having something to eat, And it was sort of like what Kevin said. And so when he was like, when he said he believed, what did he say? He said, God must have heard it. And that's why I said, nah, he did hear it. And he hears it before you even ask. And so that's exactly why he got that pizza, because God stepped in and, hey, right on time and provided it for him. So that's what I want to say. He was, that was a definite many miracle. Kevin Gray, Doc King Army team member, says, I claim all many miracles sent my way. He said, I'm beyond thankful, blessed, and abundant week to all. Thanks, JDKH. And I said, claim it, my friend. He doing the right thing. Claim it. Don't just hear the message. Accept it. And this is my first super thanks that I've gotten in a long time from Sheila Bell, Doc King Army team member. I tell you guys, even though I have team members, they still do a lot of contributing. And Sheila Bell gave me a nice contribution on the video. Because if you don't know what a super thanks is, you can do a live chat contribution. But you can just go to one particular video that you like, and you can make a donation on a particular video. And that's what she did. She said, thanks. What a great message and timely reminder. I said, love you, Sheila. Gave a smile, heart, prayer, and thumbs up. Appreciate you, Sheila. for your support and your donation. Sully says, great message, Jay. Thank you. Thank you, Sully. I gave him the prayer sign, thumbs up. Appreciate you for checking it out because it's one of my most controversial shows because people, I have a faith in God, and I don't try to force you to believe that, I don't try to force you. I just bring him up because that's what I believe. I always tell you, I love you no matter what you believe, no matter what denomination you are, wherever God has led you to find him, guess what? I'm a fan of that. Even if you haven't found him yet in your life, you may be an atheist or whatever you are, I still love you. But some people, when they don't have any faith in their life, they any mention of God to get them sort of upset or they don't want to hear it. But I just want to once again reinforce, whenever I bring up Reset Sundays, that's not to beat you and make you believe what I believe. That's just me speaking positive, good things over your life. And then sometimes I do bring up God's name because you know why? That's what I believe. But I'm not trying to make you believe what I believe. I love you all and I respect you for what you choose to do in your life. And I'm not here to judge you. That's not my job. Let me see. I got another. Oh yeah. Carl Costanzo came in and said, he told me good show. I didn't respond. Carl is a great, I liked it and hearted it, but let me give my guy Carl a smiley face, a pound sign, and a thumbs up because he's been a follower of mine for a while. I appreciate, man, when I hear from my old school members that's been here for a while. So great to hear from you, Carl. Thank you for chiming in. Okay, we're making our way. We are making our way. Next video. Oh, I didn't see this. Okay, this one I didn't have wrote down. Okay. I got a comment on my video, Companion Dolls Makeup Renewal. And this is the video where I was, and it's funny that I've done this recently. I was learning how to remove the makeup off of my doll and put it back on. And it's mainly for TPE. I don't have a silicone doll with a soft face, so I don't have to reapply makeup. Now, I would love to have a silicone doll with a soft face because that'd be more kissable. But Himawari, the beautiful Himawari, has a harder silicone face, so her permanent is makeup. Her makeup is permanent. But with Saima sitting right next to me and all the rest of the girls, they're TPE ladies. And after a while, they will, like I told you, TPE attracts dirt. So after a while, you have to clean your dolls off and you have to give them a bit of an oil bath to get dirt off of them. Or, after a while, their makeup will start getting old or fading and stuff. And, to get it all the way off, you have to give them an oil treatment. And in this video, I was really just learning what to do. I got some good information from a good friend of mine named Mark, who I've talked about before. He was telling me how to do it. And so I did it in that video. And, I showed you how to remove the makeup, wipe the face down, remove the makeup with oil and reapply the makeup. And my guy UFA man UAP or man WAP, I don't know how he says it, but UFO says great knowledge and thank you, sir. And I gave him the like and heart. I'm giving him the smiley face and thumbs up right now too. So I appreciate you for checking that older video out. I appreciate anybody that goes back and checks out my older video, check out the history of where I came from. It's a million videos, I know, but they're there as a resource, as a library for you to go back through and check out, whenever you might need to, or just to use it as a timeline to follow my whole progression. Because some of you have watched every video all the way up until now. So I appreciate any of you people who have done that, because that means you've seen the whole journey. So what's next? Because that was all the comments I had on that video. Okay. Now, Monday I did a show revisiting the Real Dolls, revisiting the 2 new Real Doll models, because I left a few things out on that other Real Doll show. I left a few details out by mistake, and a couple of viewers, sort of pointed a couple of things out, and I'm like, I need to go back and clean this up. So that's exactly what I did. I went back and cleaned it up, gave a better review on both of the girls, and it was a great show. And my guy, speaking of older subscribers, my guy Dark Chaos, he was literally my first or second subscriber. So I love to hear from him. He don't speak very often. I hear from him from time to time, but I'm always happy to hear from him because he just let me know, dang, he been around this long. But he said Game Lady Doll is most likely next on my to-do list. They're already one of the top providers, which is crazy. That means I said they must have some quality product to a certain degree. But they're not Dog King certified, but they seem to be a good product because they made it on all the vendors lists very quick. He said, but if they come out with a Widowmaker from Overwatch, they will ascend to God tier. I have no see, I'm a video game guy, but I was mostly into sports and shooters and adventure games, but I don't remember a lot of girls on my video games that I had this big crush on. So that's why, although I love Game Lady Dolls, I'm not the biggest fan only because they're doing video game girls, and I'm an anime. I love my anime girls. So I'm not really into a lot of video game girls, and even when I see them and they look beautiful, I don't know who the hell they are. But this girl is beautiful. He's talking about. But once again, like me, I still wouldn't wouldn't jump to go get her because I don't know her. So like for me, it'll have to be like I told you, Nami from One Piece, Nami, Nami. If I was to go get her, I mean, if they was to come out with her or something, then I'd be breaking my neck to get her. But see, she's an anime girl. But this, I just want to show you guys, this is who he's talking about. He's talking about her, I guess. And she is a fine joker. Super fine. Pretty. Very pretty. I will say that. I'm gonna go back to this though. She had another picture that was looking stout. And look, she got some booty back there. So I love those little A-cup breasts. So yeah, she is fine. Yeah, she's super fine. Hot. She would make a great companion dog, honestly. So I understand why he would like her. She would make a great companion dog. I said, hey, my friend, they seem like a great company, but I'm not into any video game girls. It would have to be anime girls for me, already what I said. Dead S says, thanks for the stream, brother. He said, I forgot about the history lesson stream. Didn't the Germans invent dogs during one of the early wars? Yeah, because somebody brought up, I was talking about how Matt changed the whole game, and one of my viewers was it was Dogtron. He was like, man, nah, Orient Industry came out with companion dogs first. I was like, well, I don't know about, I know about Orient Industry, and I want one, but they say you can't even buy a dog from Orient Industry unless you're over in Japan, from what I heard. Well, they don't sell them outside the country, from what I heard. But as far as them being a dog company, everything I've ever read on the internet, I'm serious, gives Matt credit for revolutionizing the dog game and to bringing companion dogs to what they are now. So as far as Orient Industry is concerned, they were founded in 1977, and they said they were making life-size mannequin dolls. I don't know if they were making those for companionship though, because a lot of companies started out making mannequins, but they weren't for companionship. And then once this industry started, some companies switched over, and that's how Matt did. Matt actually started trying to make mannequins, and then he ended up saying, hey, when people asked him enough about it, he was like, wait a minute, I need to make some human parts on these girls. So that's how the whole history thing came up when discussing this video, when DAS said he forgot about the history lesson. But he said, didn't the Germans invent the dogs during one of the early wars? And he's right. They invented the campaign. And I couldn't find the article that I had. I was so mad I couldn't find my article, man. I had a great article just that had all the history of companion dogs laid out, but I do remember it. And the Germans, I think it was, I forgot which war exactly was, but it was I think it was during the Holocaust and things of that nature. I think it was around that time when the Germans were at war, and they said to keep the morale up of their soldiers, they ended up coming up with a companion dog to send out to the field. And most people give it the credit for being the beginning of what we now know as the modern companion dog. That was like the first example of it. And believe it or not, it was top secret. It was actually top secret. That's so funny about it. And that's what he was saying. Oh, I said Germans invented the modern doll as we know it, and Matt definitely started the revolution. Matt McCullen of Real Dog. He started the companion dog revolution as we know it. I said I don't know all the history on Orient Express, but they don't get the credit for changing the game in the history books, which they don't. I said glad to have you on my stream, my friend. Always good to have all of you, but definitely had to have DAS because due to his work, and he don't always get a chance to tune in to the streams. But that night he was actually active, so it was good to have him on the stream with me. Let me see. It looked like I only got one more video, and this video is a video I did about moms are second to none, especially in the dog game. Because I was like, a lot of times when you dating these human ladies, man, they'll try to put pressure on you to have separation with your family, your mother, and just get intoxicated by their vagina, which it can happen, man. If you separate from family and start sticking your nose up their vagina, man, a girl, boy, can have you brainwashed if you let that happen. But I've never let that happen as far as my mother. No, no, no. You ain't finna separate me, because I'd be like, no, you ain't finna go that far, because I've always said a human woman, she can break up, like it's sort of like the companion dog. She can break up with you, leave you, divorce you, do all this, take all your money, do everything. And I ain't against women, but they can do all of that. But you know who's not gonna do that? My mama. And you know who's not gonna do that? My companion dogs. So I've always said, I probably, that's another thing that I've never been the greatest candidate for marriage, because I don't really get down with all this. Because people take the Bible, like I told you, they take certain things in it too literally, all this separation from parents and mother, your parents and stuff, they take it too literally. So they want you to just disregard your parents altogether and just totally just depend on them and only them. Like, oh, no, 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 no. Because guess what? The woman will leave you. Your mama, she gonna still be your mama. In most cases, I know it's some bad family situation, but in most cases, the mama ain't going nowhere. She may not like what you do, but she gonna still love you. And that's why I say I've never subscribed to putting separation in between my mother. And that's what I love about the companion dog game. It doesn't require you to. DAS says, thanks for the stream, Jay. Facts on all of the above. And I said, thanks for checking it out, my friend. I just appreciate you. Because like the reason I said that is because when you don't catch a live stream at the time it happens and you go back and look at it, that means a lot to me. You're taking the time out your day to stay caught up. Sheila Bell says, the one and only authentic Dog King. I gave a love, press sign, thumbs up. Thank you for checking it out, Sheila Bell, Dog King Armor team members. I had 3 of them checking in. DAS, Sheila Bell, then Kevin Gray. He said, my God, keep up the good work, Dog King Hefner. And I gave him smiles, love, pounds, thumb sign. Appreciate you, Kevin Gray. Appreciate all of y'all for the well wishes. So yeah, I've caught up with all of my videos now. That was it. We fully caught up. Good speed round, baby. So now I'm gonna check in and see what's going on here. Hey, I can't lie, man. Let me pull Leanne back up. Just cause, man, that thing's so fine. Lord have mercy. She definitely does my mind good to see her. I love seeing this girl. Just pure, just straight cute, fine, know how to pose. Look at them thighs. Lord have mercy. They cut a booty. Lord. Girl. Look, I even left a comment. I said, 3 hearts and 3 fire signs. That girl looks so good to me. Whew. Lord have mercy. For a human woman, girl, you got it going on. So I'm gonna have her there before I end this stream. Thank you for coming in here with me, Leanne. But either way, Johnny K said, Leanne, yep, yeah, baby. Oh, that thing right. Austin says, good morning, Jay. I won't get into specifics, but I just got into a petty argument, misunderstanding with my brother going into Thanksgiving. This is not what wow, you good. That's what brothers do, bro. Get into an argument. All you got to do is say, hey, man, look, hey, look, it's Thanksgiving. I ain't even trying to be upset. I love you, bro. Sorry about all that. And everything will be healed. Believe me. It'll be, you know what I'm saying? That's it. You brothers. You know, when you brothers, you just can't even just, you know what I'm saying? Hey, look, you got to let that stuff be like water on your back. You can't hold a grudge no matter who mad. You can agree to disagree and just get past it. And be like, hey, look, bro, man, we got to argue, man. Don't even worry about it. Cause it ain't like you ain't gonna see each other tomorrow, hopefully, for Thanksgiving. And if you don't see each other, if y'all in different states, pick up the phone and be like, hey, bro, love you, man. That's all you gotta do. And it's over. So things happen, man. And you know, a lot of times around the holidays, even though it's a good time, man, attitudes, emotions ramped up. You know, people are frustrated. They can't get gifts they want to get people. You know, job might not be paying them. You know, people be stressed out. You know, the holidays when you're younger, you know, and you're a kid, everything's just always good. You know, Thanksgiving, you're looking to eat. Christmas, you're looking to get gifts, blah, 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 blah. But when, you know, older and stuff, people tend to get more, you know, they maybe, if they're broken up with a girlfriend, you know, they're single. Sometimes they're upset because they're single. Sometimes they're upset because, you know, they ain't got the money they want. If you know, I don't know how young your brother is. If he's really, really young or something, guess what? He could be upset because he's scared he ain't gonna get a gift he's gonna get. So it's a lot of emotion that comes with the holidays. But I guarantee you, man, it's nothing like I love you. I'm sorry. Hey, man, I ain't even thinking about that crap no more. And it'll be solved just that quick. So you ain't got nothing to worry about. Things like that happen all the time. Believe me, I can't tell you how many arguments and stuff I've seen in the middle of Christmas, Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? I've been a part of, you know, all type of stuff ramps up around the holidays. So it's all love. The beautiful thing about it is you already know you love him, he love you, and that's that on that. Yay! Sheila Bell says happy grape. I think she was trying to say happy grateful day, Dog King. That's what I think she was trying to say. So I appreciate you, Sheila Bell, Dog King Army team member. Great for checking in. The repugnant mama says, hey Jay, good morning. It's 4 here, but always up to watch your streams. Hey, good to hear from you, repugnant mama. I've never heard from you before. I've never actually seen you write a comment. So if you're always up watching my streams, it's definitely great to hear from you. I don't know if you're a human woman or not, but if you are, that's even better to have a vagina here. You know, checking out the stream. Like I said, I welcome all women, so I'm glad to have you here. Glad to have you. If you're a man or whoever you are, you know, I don't know exactly what the deal is, because I do have some men that, you know, they have their dolls, you know, profile up or something like that. But whatever the case might be, glad you're here. Oh, really? You missed that one? Oh, Johnny says, I think I missed the mother video. I got to go watch it after the stream. Oh, yeah, go check it out, man. Yeah. Definitely go watch it, man. It definitely had a good point to it. So I appreciate you for checking that out and bringing that up. James Krause in the house. Here, Jay in the chat. What up, James? Good to see you, man. Merry Thanksgiving to everybody that's here. You know, like I say, this whole stream, you know, it really didn't have a deeper meaning other than turkey time was, hey, man, we getting ready to eat turkey, getting ready to eat, getting ready to get with family. And it's time to, just like Austin said, he got into a little small argument. Guess what? It's time to put all the arguments down, even if you argued 2 seconds ago. This Thanksgiving, baby. This the holidays. All you got to do is say, I love you, make up, and keep pushing. Don't worry about being right. It ain't even about that. Guess what? You can agree to disagree, baby. Just say, you know what? Hey, it wasn't even worth all that. I love you, brother. Man, you know what I'm saying? And guess what? Even if the person act like they don't want to forgive you, you've done your part. Get happy after that. Because guess what? They going to forgive you. Don't worry about it. So Merry Thanksgiving to everybody out there. Hopefully you having a good one. You know, you're going to have a good one tomorrow. And you're already having a good holiday. A lot of people are going to be off Thursday and Friday. So congratulations on that. You know, enjoy your holiday. Take a break off work. Kick your feet up. Watch some football. And thank you for being here, checking in on the stream, whether it's morning, noon, or night. You know, we're getting ready to get out of here because we're done with all of the comments. So I want to say God bless you over your life, whatever you're hoping for and wishing for, finances, relationships, you know, health, whatever it is, we're praying that you have it, believe it, and receive it. But with all that said, it's been me, J-Dog King, helping the beautiful Saimo Renee Uzumaki and Hema Ware in the background, my Iron Tech Dog, full silicone lady. And y'all probably won't be seeing her tomorrow for Thanksgiving because I'm doing a favor for DAS. And not only that, I was going to bring her out anyway. I'm going to bring the beautiful Mara Blade out, let her make an appearance for a second for the holidays. So she'll be out with me. Crowd says, hell, Jay in the chat. MGTOW says, I'm outs later and happy Thanksgiving. And guess what? Speaking of being outs, I'm finna get out of here too. Repugnant didn't ever ask me to let me know whether she was a woman or not, but either way, like I said, I'm glad you were here. Sheila Bell, glad you're here. Everybody that said anything on the stream, I'm glad you're here. And Austin, remember what I said, brother. Hey, just tell them you love them, apologize, I guarantee. And even if you know, let's just say you weren't in the wrong. Just say, hey, bro, I don't care who was in the right. I don't care. You look, if you was wrong, apologize. If he was wrong, be like, look, man, hey, we don't need to be arguing. It's Thanksgiving. I love you, brother. Y'all gonna hug and it's gonna be over with. So, Lieutenant Johnny K, we out here. MGTOW, Power Brain. You know what I'm saying? All of y'all, thank you for checking in. You know, I didn't have a whole bunch. Austin Steele. I didn't have a whole bunch. James Krause. I didn't have a whole bunch of people checking in to comment this morning, but I appreciate the people that's viewing. I appreciate the people that did say something. Love you. But as of right now, we finna get the hell on up out of here. On up out of here. That stops. Ooh, Leanne. Lord have mercy. You fine. Lord. I just this girl's so fine. I love you, Leanne. Just sexy human woman. I give you your credit on that. So with all that said, we finna get out of here. Lieutenant says, have a great day, Jay. I'll catch you tomorrow. I'll catch you too, guys. Love you all. I appreciate you for taking your time and being here with us today. We finna exit stage left. Have a good one, guys. Have a happy Turkey Day. We out.